Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back. Today we are in downtown Kato Paphos, and we're actually standing outside the greatest fish and chip shop probably in the world, but certainly in the Paphos area. And that fish and chip shop is, have a look at that, T&J's, established in 2021. It does dine in and it does take away, and I can promise you the fish and chips are to die for. But before we start on our trek down Bar Street, we have to introduce the most beautiful woman in the world, and tonight she looks, well, way beyond radioactive. Watching the singular booth.
Radioactive. At least I know what does it mean. Hello everybody. Hello. And how nice to see you again and again. It seems to me I'm the only customer.
Well, it's
Chairs
Sunday.
Upside down. I'm the only one customer who is starving and wanting the fish and chips, to try the proper English fish and chips. We have tried it before. I'm lying to you a little bit, but I would like to tell you that I would like to try again.
Right, it sounds like we're doing an advert for the great T&J's Fish and Chip Shop, which we are, and it truly is very good fish and chips. Receiving a booth was about to get run over, which would not be good for the channel. We're now going to take you for a little walk down what's commonly referred to as Bar Street, and it starts off with the Keg and the Barrel. Now the Keg and the Barrel is quite an old traditional British themed pub, and it does all kinds of ale and lagers and beers, cocktails obviously, and it does snacks, and it does pretty good food, to be honest, because I have eaten there. And every time we come past this particular place, the Keg and the Barrel, it always reminds me of Gentleman Jim and his wonderful daughter, Miss Tammy, who accosted us on the beachfront a couple of months back, and then we accosted them as they sat there with Mr. Brian, and we haven't forgotten you, superstar Mr. John.
Yeah, I remember these two lovely people and their friends, and they were so welcoming. They wanted us to have drinks with them, but we couldn't spend the time.
That's right. So, Gentleman Jim, that's how we refer to you. Do not think we've forgotten you, because we haven't. We will remember you till the day that we die. And also your wonderful, beautiful daughter, Miss Tammy. We took great pleasure in meeting you, and we were so happy that we then returned the favour by accosting you. And it was great to meet the superstar, Mr. John, and I truly great to meet Mr. Brian as well. Now, here we are on the not so good part of Bar Street. Let's have a quick scan round. But on a positive note, that particular building over there with the cat in the corner cleaning its tackle has been taken over, and it is slowly going to be refurbished, and it is going to become a cafe predominantly making food, and it's also going to be a late night bar, so we are informed. Next door to that, a restaurant already has opened, and that is called the Marion, and it is an authentic Greek restaurant. Tonight it's closed because it is a Sunday evening, but quite a nice restaurant. And if you look back in our previous videos, we did meet the owner, and he was a really nice guy. On the other side of the road, well, not quite so good. But on a positive note, this particular part of, well, this used to be an open air bar, if you understand, for the summer season only. The roof on this side has been removed. As you can see, it's been cut down. On that side there is a roof, and this place has apparently been recommissioned, and slowly but surely it's going to be renovated once its licenses are back in place, and it's going to open late in the summer, early July, all the way through the August, so we are told. Can I see the yellow booth?
I was listening to you.
Yes?
But I want to say something against the task.
Go on then.
I like the sea, which is chalk sea, and I like the cloudy day, which is very different to what we get used to.
Yeah, today, as you may have noticed in the background in the videos, we've had a bit of rain, and the sea's a bit chopsy, the weather's a bit unsettled. It's still unbelievably beautiful, and it's about 24, 25 degrees, but there's a slight breeze to it, which takes away, should we say, the uncomfortableness. It's okay if you're sitting on a sun lounger, or you're dipping in and out of the pool, or in and out of the sea. But if you're actually walking up and down, not that we're complaining, but it is quite warm. Anyway, on to a more pleasant note. That is the former Linekers Bar over there, which, well, should we say it's seen better days, and it's going to stay like that for the rest of its days at the moment anyway. But this one over here has been purchased by a developer, and this one over here is going to be, well, refurbish. We're going to knock hell out of it and then rejuvenate it and make it into a cafe, bistro, restaurant, and they're going to build some luxury apartments above it and apparently add even another floor of apartments. This one over here is called The Station, which opens on the weekends. This one over here is more famous now for where Miss Ochingwesiviabla Booth goes and dances because it has a nice wood floor. But apart from that, it's not open. Resivia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
There's a little gun barrow. There's another little gun barrow. And then that's the downtown Bar Street kiosk. A very, very busy place because obviously as the night progresses, a lot of people want sweets, cigarettes, crisps, that sort of thing. And a lot of people do live around Bar Street as well. Now the next place along here, unfortunately, has seen better days again, but I'm sure Miss Ochingwesiviabla Booth will give it a bit of life by doing a bit of a dance, maybe. Here we go. Look at that.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again. And these lovely cats around me trying to catch their food. Oh!
We haven't had any Gracivia Trotsky dancing for a while. Now it's coming back in fashion because the summer season is coming, and now we are coming to the most famous bar on the whole of the Bar Street, and that bar is known as Notorious, and there it is. And it's very, very notorious for actually being open, and it's one of the busiest bars on the whole of Bar Street. It's so busy that they have commissioned that piece next door to it and they have bought it. They are knocking 7 bells out of it, and that is going to become Notorious 2, or so we were told by the boss's brother, Mr. Theo. So there is the great Notorious, soon to be joined by a brother called Notorious 2. There it is, look at that. Come back a bit later, that bar will be banging, and that is for sure. The next one on this side of the road here is the Bubbles. So it's a disco club and a cocktail and music and sports bar. And again, as the night progresses, it will get very, very, very busy. That's for sure. When you get a little bit hungry, you can pop next door to Outer Africa and they'll serve you a hot dog or a burger, or you can cross the road and just pop over there and they, yet again, will make you a burger or a bar. Because again, this is a very, very popular takeaway, very, very traditional, and it makes wonderful burgers and it makes wonderful pizzas. Let me show you the pizzas because they are very, very, very nice indeed. Have a look at that. There it is, wonderful. And behind the counter there is someone that we know. There he is. He's going to run away. He's a really, really nice guy. You all right?
Hello guys.
You busy?
Same shit another day, guys.
Same shit on another day. He's a really, really nice guy. And if you hunt back through our videos, he accosted us just over the road and he hit the like and he subscribed. So whenever I see him, I always go and say hello to him because he's a really nice guy all the way from Bulgaria. Across the road, we've got the Boogie Woogie karaoke bar. And a bit later on, that will open and it will stay open right into the middle of the night or early morning, whichever you want to call it. And across the road is a very, very popular bar. And Miss Sally Briers is here in around about 3 weeks. And she's going to party the night away in that place, which is called the Flyers Bar, which is an absolutely huge bar. And, well, I can promise you, on an evening, it's banging. Gracivia Booth.
Yeah, that bar, every time we pass it, we remember about Miss Sally Briers. We never forget, as Mr. Paul said, any single of you. Never.
Right, Miss Gracivia Booth appears to have lost her voice. Speak up a bit, Booth. Speak up a little bit, Booth. Now, we are progressing down the downtown Kato Paphos Bar Street, and there is something strange over there. We've never quite understood it, but we understand that it was there well before Bar Street, and that is the quaint little church. Mr. Canvas Bed, Mr. Craig, we've never forgotten you. That was something you asked us about, and we understand that you stayed somewhere to the rear of this, and we understand that the great young Mr. Lewis, who's not that young anymore, was actually conceived in Paphos, so he has a bit of Cypritism to him. Anyway, across the road we've got the VIP 7 Club, and then we have the Red Lion Bar. Now, as you can see, they're just opening up. They're getting ready for a busy night tonight. Give it a couple of hours, it's going to be banging. And as you can see over there is the Tropical Nights, which is the first actual night that we have discovered it actually open. We've always come a little bit too early, and now we have discovered it open. And what a very unusual and very, very well, highly featured bar it is. Look at that. That truly is a very, very nice looking bar. And they have their own DJ and they have music nights, that sort of thing. So, Sylvia LaBeouf?
I would like to go through one eye and come out from
And come out through the mouth. One day we'll try it, that's for sure. So, it's very, very interesting to come into this bar because it is a very, very themed bar on the theme of tropical nights. Now, across the road to this bar is a very, very famous bar. Miss Oching with Sylvia LaBeouf calls it the Robin Good, but it's actually known as the Robin Hood pub. And that's one of the busiest pubs on the downtown Kato Paphos Bar Street area. And then we come to the restaurant area. So there's a very popular restaurant there, which does steak and international cuisine. And just across the road, we have the Demokritos restaurant, which apparently is the oldest restaurant taverna in Paphos. And apparently it was founded in 1971. And we've actually eaten there, and it was a very, very nice meal that we had. And we ate there with, hey, you all right? There's some nice people who I presume know who we are. The next one we come to is the Caliente bar, which is a bar, it's a shishka bar. My mechanic will be more than happy puffing on one of those, that's for sure. And on top of all that, it does some very, very good food as well. Now across the road to that is what's known as the Baywatch bar. A very, very popular bar, and a few people have mentioned they like that bar. And Miss Maggie Thompson apparently loves that bar. So she's coming back out to Cyprus, I think, in 2 to 3 weeks. So she's going to pop in there, probably watch a bit of sport, probably have a drink or two, and possibly have a little chinwag with the lady who owns it, Miss Jasmine, I would think, because she's a very nice lady. The next one up here is called the Friends Bar. Let's cross over the booth, and then we can get a better shot of it. So that's the Friends Bar. So if you want to make some really, really good friends, that's where you go. And it also has its own apartment complex with it at the rear. And I understand that one of our watchers is going to be staying there in 2 to 3 weeks. So one assumes that they will frequent that bar quite often and possibly go for an evening meal to that restaurant. What's it called, Boo?
Agapino Restaurant Steakhouse.
It's a steakhouse. And there are some people over there waving to us. So one assumes that they may have watched the YouTube channel. One of them wants to wave and one of them doesn't want to know us at all. So that's the conflict that we have with people. And the next place along is, well, it's called the First and the Last Bar. It doesn't open at the moment during the daytime, and it opens up most nights, so I'm told. And that is, well, its idea is to get you in there early on the big live TV streams and sell you cheap booze and then keep you there until the very, very late hours, and hopefully that will be your last bar. Across the road is the Georgia restaurant. Confusion on that one. It's not a lady from Georgia. Her name is Georgia, hence the name. Sylvia LaBeouf?
The woman who knows what is Georgia means. Your name. I would like to tell you that it's lovely in Cyprus. It looks like a paradise most of the times when we go out. So you should come out with us or without us too. We love you to bits. Thank you for watching us.
All that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and please come back for a little bit more of our madness. Sylvia LaBeouf.
Look at this flowers on the...
Lovely. It's where a tree has, well, shed, should we say. Say goodnight, Sylvia. Thanks for watching.